Esteemed friends, today we shall be listening to the 120th QUOWETRY in the series titled There is a River That Separates Decision and Indecision. Until you fail your fear and swim across the river, decision blasts you not with its dainties. Expounded by the story, the drums were beaten with unrelenting intensity, and the priests and priestesses were already agog as they danced ecstatically to its compelling beats. The day had come for the initiation of the young men into the fetish cult that was the religion of their time. Mensa was dressed in white calico like the rest of the young men, awaiting the priests. Their families were all around to celebrate this great initiation. Sheep had been slaughtered and food cooking in the huge pots filled the atmosphere with their irresistible aroma. Mensa watched his father as he sat among the noblemen whose sons were about to make them proud by being initiated. His heart thumped confusedly within him. None of the young men had been to school. Those times few wanted to send their precious children to school, mostly because the missionaries would convert them to Christianity. Besides, their mothers would not want to see them punished as severely as the German missionaries did in those times. In the main, therefore, only children who were deemed stubborn were sent to school. That was the lot of Mensa. He was seen as a stubborn boy and so had been sent to school. In school, he had contact with the new religion and was interested in being converted, especially as he had learned that God hates idol worship. Yet, here he was, about to be initiated against his will. All the arguments presented to his hard father had fallen on deaf ears, as he was adamant that his son had come of age and must therefore be initiated. Should he refuse, he will be disinherited and kicked out of the home. It was this fear that accounted for his having to stand among the other young men. Yet, his inner mind battled against him. Was he really out to be initiated despite his new faith? The drums kept beating in intensity and the processes began. One by one, those ahead of him were being sprinkled with the holy water. Soon they would reach him. Must he? No. The decision hit him suddenly with a bang. No, he must not get initiated. No, without any further thought, he turned and broke into a run, to the amazement of all and shock of his father, who ordered that they chased him. Yet he ran with all his stamina to the missionaries' quarters and pleaded that they protect him. Of course, they did. They took him into the bishop's home, where he served the man of God with devotion. His father disinherited him, but the missionaries took good care of him and sponsored his education abroad, where he was trained and ordained as the first native pastor. God so blessed and prospered him that the difference between him and the rest of his father's children who had been initiated was glaring indeed. Material comfort, spiritual assurance, and good children came his way. He became the source of inspiration for all in his village as they started sending their children to school and allowing them to be converted into Christianity. There is a river that separates decision and indecision. So until you fail your fear and swim across the river, decision blasts you not with its deities. Thank you very much for listening.